It was the kind of morning where the sky looked like it had forgotten how to be blue. Grey clouds floated like heavy thoughts, and the wind whispered secrets only trees could hear. In a small house at the edge of a sleepy town, a little girl named Lila sat on the front steps, clutching a red balloon. The balloon shimmered faintly, even without sunlight, and tied to its string was a single folded note. Lila didn't speak much these days, not since her father had gone missing. He wasn't a soldier or an explorer, he was just a kind man who always kept his promises. But one winter evening, he had gone out to sea on a small fishing boat and never came home. The grown-ups said the storm was too strong, that the waves were too high, that sometimes people don't return. But Lila believed in promises, especially the one her father made before he left. "I'll be back before your birthday," he had said, tapping her nose with a smile. "No matter what, I'll find my way back to you." That birthday had come and gone, and now, almost a year later, Lila sat with the red balloon, the last balloon from her party. She had saved it all this time, knowing it might one day carry something more than just air. With trembling fingers, she tied the note to the string. On it she had written in wobbly, careful letters, "Dear Papa, I miss you. Please come back. But if you can't, just send me a sign that you're still out there. Love, Lila." She kissed the note gently, stood up, and let the balloon go. It floated higher and higher, twisting gently in the wind. She watched until it was no bigger than a dot, then nothing at all. The sky swallowed it whole. Days passed, weeks crept by. Winter whispered at the windows, and Lila began to think the sky had forgotten her letter. But she didn't let herself cry. She still believed. Somewhere deep down, where her father's voice still echoed when she closed her eyes, she believed. Then one morning, as the snow melted into soft puddles and birds began to sing again, something strange happened. Lila was in the schoolyard, kicking pebbles near the swing set, when she saw it, a red balloon caught in the branches of the big oak tree. Her heart skipped. It couldn't be. Could it? She ran to it. The balloon was tattered now, its colour faded, but it was red, the exact same kind. Her breath caught when she saw the string. There, tied tightly to it, was a small bundle wrapped in waterproof plastic. Her fingers shook as she pulled it down and opened it. Inside was not a letter, not a reply. It was a photo of her, no older than 4, sitting on her father's shoulders, laughing, with a flower crown in her hair. She remembered that day. It had been a spring festival. They had danced, and he had spun her in circles until she was dizzy with joy. But the photo, she had never seen it before. It must have been his, one he had kept with him, one he had carried wherever he went. Alongside the photo was a single seashell, small, pale pink, smoothed by the sea, and written on the inside, in black ink that had barely faded, were 3 tiny words, "Still with you." Lila dropped to her knees in the grass. She didn't speak, she didn't move, but her heart felt like it had burst open, and in its place was a warmth she hadn't felt in months. He hadn't forgotten. Maybe he was gone. Maybe the sea had taken him. But he had heard her. Somehow, he had heard her. Lila clutched the photo and the shell to her chest. She didn't care how the balloon got back. Maybe someone had found it and sent this. Maybe the wind had carried it to someone who knew her father. Or maybe magic had carried it home. That night, for the first time in a long time, she and her mother lit a candle at the dinner table. They placed the photo and shell beside it. Her mother cried when she saw it, not with the deep sadness of before, but with something gentler, a remembering kind of cry. They made his favourite soup, played his favourite song, and talked about the stories he used to tell, about the way he could whistle like a bird, about how he would say, "A promise is like a lighthouse, it always finds a way back." Lila slept with the shell under her pillow. Spring rolled in fully, waking up flowers and frogs. Lila still missed her father every day, but now she walked a little taller. She smiled at strangers again. She hummed on the way to school. And whenever she saw a red balloon floating in the sky, she whispered, "Thank you." One afternoon, she took the photo and shell to school for show and tell. When her classmates asked how the balloon came back, she simply said, "Because sometimes love keeps flying, even when you can't see where it's going." The teacher wiped her eyes. From that day on, every time someone at school felt lost or scared or lonely, Lila would tell them about the balloon, about how sometimes the world does answer, just not in the way you expect. And she always ended the story the same way. When someone you love is far away, don't stop believing. Even the wind listens. Even the sky remembers. And love always finds a way to keep its promise.